Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today I want to talk more about Bitcoin, give you guys a little update what is exactly happening right now with, of course, Bitcoin and crypto. There is in fact a fair few things that I want to talk about for today's video as well. I want to give you guys an update, for example, what's happening with the German government, because we know the German government have in fact been selling a whole bunch of Bitcoin. And yes, guys, there's actually some very positive news about that. Okay, so I will talk more about that and some other things as well. And as usual, I want to show you guys what is going to pretty much be happening with Bitcoin in the next couple of weeks time, because it seems like Bitcoin is following some very similar patterns like what it did in previous times. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about for today's video. But let me give you guys an update on what is happening right now with, of course, Bitcoin. So you guys can clearly see Bitcoin right now has slightly fallen down to the downside. Okay, yesterday we saw Bitcoin at $58,000, above $58,000, and right now it's slightly down, back down at 57,100. Okay, so we are in fact in the 4-hour time frame. Okay, and Bitcoin, okay, is slightly down. Now, we did actually see Bitcoin up around 59,700 once again, almost touching at $60,000, that 60K level, but we didn't quite see that yet, right, for Bitcoin. So it did in fact have another pullback back down to the downside, and this is where Bitcoin is holding right now at $57,000. So Bitcoin right now pretty much still consolidating at this level. If we go to the daily time frame, you guys can just clearly see we are in fact seeing a very strong price sideways movements for Bitcoin for the past few days, in between $59,000 and around $54,000 to $53,000. Okay, we remember one point Bitcoin did actually drop all the way down to about 53K. Okay, so Bitcoin is holding pretty steadily, okay, in between this level for the past few days now. Okay, now the crypto market today is down slightly 1%. Okay, so Bitcoin is down 1%. Ethereum is still holding very strong at 3K. Okay, we're not seeing huge movements right now for Ethereum though. Okay, but for the past 7 days it is up over 7%, which is great to see. Other altcoins today for the past 24 hours, we're not seeing huge movements for a lot of these alts. Okay, XRP, Toncoin, okay, are up 2.8%. okay, Cardano up over 2% as well. Okay, but you can clearly see some other altcoins are down over 1%. Polkadot is down over 3%. So we're not seeing huge movements for altcoins, okay, once again, right? But this is what I wanted to really talk about for today's video. Okay, so let me give you guys an update on what is happening with the German government, because we know, for the past few days now, coming up to almost 1 week, the German government have in fact been selling a whole bunch of Bitcoins, right? They have been transferring these Bitcoins, thousands of Bitcoins into, different exchanges, right? Like Coinbase, okay, Kraken, Bitstamp, and many more. So you guys can just clearly see, okay, the German government just sent another 5,000 Bitcoins, which is equal to about a whopping over $286 million to these different exchanges right there, right? And you guys can just clearly see today they have transferred about over 10,000 Bitcoins, which is a whopping $615 million, okay, in total to market makers and exchanges, okay? And the German government now have less than 5,000 Bitcoins, which is about, $282 million remaining. And that is not a lot. Okay, so understand, guys, this is very bullish, okay, because obviously, the German government, they are in fact, running out of Bitcoins. And I told you guys in yesterday's video, right, once the German government have no more Bitcoins to sell, I really do believe that's when everything is going to have a switch up, right? Bitcoin, okay, will have another run up, potentially. right? So this is great news, guys. So understand the German government, it seems like they're going to be selling more Bitcoins. Understand they have less than 5,000 left, guys. So potentially in the next upcoming few days, okay, once the German government have no more Bitcoins to sell or not much of it left, right? I really do believe that's when Bitcoin will reach back up to that 60K level and of course above $60,000. And that's when I really do believe we're going to see a switch up for Bitcoin. Okay, so potentially a pump is coming, guys, right? Potentially. Okay, I'm not saying 100% a pump is coming, but potentially very, very soon we could potentially see Bitcoin having another run up. Okay, we'll see, but this is obviously huge news that the German government is running out of Bitcoin, right? So that's great. But in other news, BlackRock Bitcoin ETF officially breaks $18 billion of inflows since launching. Okay, so this is huge news, guys. And we know BlackRock, right? They are in fact buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin. Okay, ever since the Bitcoin ETFs were officially approved and launched, a lot of these institutions like BlackRock, they have in fact been buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin, right? A whole bunch of it, guys. So this is huge news. Okay, very, very big news right now. Right, in other news, JP Morgan says Bitcoin and crypto markets to bounce back in August. Now we will see. Okay, usually, right, July this month, usually the month of July, is a pretty bullish month for Bitcoin. But so far, and I will, give you guys an update on that, right, for this month of July. But we are down, guys. We are still down over 9%. Okay, so we will see what's going to happen with this month of July. We're still, a couple weeks left into this month. So we still have time to see if Bitcoin will have a bounce back up, right, in the next upcoming few weeks. But yes, August, September, especially October. October is usually a pretty decent month for Bitcoin. November is pretty decent as well, and December. Okay, these next upcoming few months are pretty decent for Bitcoin. So I really do believe, these next upcoming few months will be pretty decent months for Bitcoin. Okay, and I really do believe Bitcoin is still on track to reaching, six figs, 100K. I still think Bitcoin is 100% still on track on reaching that price target, right? And of course, reaching new highs. I know for sure, guys. Okay, I know for sure, okay, that Bitcoin will in fact be reaching new highs towards the end of this year in 2024, 100%. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that, right? So that's that. Now this is the Bitcoin chart that I want to show you guys. So Bitcoin repeats previous moves, and we know, guys, okay, Bitcoin likes to repeat previous patterns, like what it did in previous times. Bitcoin likes to repeat the exact same patterns, right? So it says here, on monthly charts, the current trendline breakout in 2023 is similar to that in 2015. After the breakout in 2015, Bitcoin had 3 years bull run. If history repeats, we will see the top in 2026, and there will be a huge gain in price. Now, I've been telling you guys, right, the remaining times and months for this year, 2024, should be pretty decent, right? We know Bitcoin will, reach back up to its recent highs and, of course, reach new highs in the next upcoming few months. Now, next year, 2025, obviously next year, 2025, we will obviously be in a bull run. Okay, we'll in fact be obviously in a bull market, bull cycle, right? So understand, guys, okay, next year, 2025, yes, Bitcoin's going to be reaching new highs, okay, but 2026, I think that year is when we will potentially enter, potentially a bear market. I don't think we will be in a bull market in 2026. We will see, right? But I really do believe majority of the time in 2026, I think everything's just going to have a switch up and we're going to enter a bear market, right? But we will see, okay? Who knows? Because, in 2026, who exactly really knows where Bitcoin will be heading? We'll just have to find out, right? But we know, guys, in the next upcoming few months, and of course throughout 2025, will be some amazing times for Bitcoin and crypto in general, right? But Altcoin Daily has said here, Bitcoin is up 48% since January 2024. We are in a bull market, and that's true, right? So even with Bitcoin having all these pullbacks, okay, having all these small crashes, they're not huge crashes. Understand that, guys, right? These are very, very small dips. So even with Bitcoin having all these dumps and dips and crashes, right, we are still seeing Bitcoin up 48% ever since January, right, of 2024, beginning of this year, right? So this is amazing to see, you know what I mean? This just shows you guys, when in doubt, zoom out, right? When in doubt, zoom out, guys, because understand Bitcoin is still holding very, very strong, okay? It really, really is. So that's that. When in doubt, zoom out, guys. Now, Da Vinci Jeremy, okay, we know who this person is. You know, he obviously told everyone to buy Bitcoin when Bitcoin was trading at $1, right? He told everyone to buy, you know, Bitcoin when it was, you know, $1. And he says here, and this is actually very, very interesting what he said here. Okay, I like what he said here. And he says here, if you're still in crypto right now and you've survived all the onslaught since the FTX fiasco, you have a high chance to be a winner. And that is very, very true. And I just want to add something to this. Like, if you guys genuinely survived, you know, let's just say 2022, for example, right? 2022 was honestly one of the worst years for Bitcoin and crypto, like just cryptocurrency in general. You know what I mean? Like that year, 2022, I remember like it was yesterday. That year, that entire year was just terrible for Bitcoin, right? Like we saw Bitcoin having so many crashes. Like we know we were already entering a bear market, but there was just so many negative things that's happening around the crypto space that added right to the dumps. Like for example, we saw a lot of, you know, crypto exchanges have shut down and have gone bankrupt, like Celsius. FTX was a big one, obviously. Okay, all these, you know, crypto exchanges that have gone bankrupt and completely shut down obviously caused the crypto market to crash even more. And of course, we remember what happened with, you know, Luna, right? Terra Luna. Okay, that completely crashed, and that obviously caused, you know, Bitcoin to dump as well. Same with a lot of altcoins. So understand, guys, like if you survived, you know, 2022, you can literally survive anything. Like genuinely, guys, right? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm actually very, very curious if you guys were in fact in Bitcoin back in 2022 or crypto in general, right? Were you guys investing into Bitcoin and crypto back 2022? Like if you were and you survived and you simply just kept holding, you know, you had diamond hands, I'm telling you this right now, you will win, okay? And you will, okay, have a higher chance of, you know, becoming a winner, right? Making the biggest gains, okay, potentially. And I hope you guys, you know, we're still holding and buying. You know what I mean? And if you guys literally survive that year, you can literally survive anything. You know what I mean? Because that year was just terrible. So it's pretty amazing what Da Vinci Jeremy has said here. You know what I mean? And I obviously, you know, totally agree with him on this one. So that's interesting. But yes, speaking about the Bitcoin monthly returns, Bitcoin is down 9% so far for this month. Okay, 9%, not looking too good, right? But things could switch up. Okay, we could potentially see Bitcoin, you know, having, you know, another run up, okay, in the next upcoming few weeks. Okay, because like I said, the German government is obviously running out of Bitcoins to sell. And once they have, you know, they don't have a lot of Bitcoins left, I really do believe that's when everything will switch and Bitcoin will in fact have another run up. So we will see, guys. We still have, you know, a couple more weeks into this month, so we will see. But I will obviously, you know, keep you guys updated on that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. That is always appreciated. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. I will obviously, you know, keep you guys updated on what's gonna happen with Bitcoin and crypto. So stay tuned for that. But on that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.